All right, and we're live. What's going on? What's good, y'all? What's happening? It's your boy KD. I'm back with another one. Dropping frames. I'm trying out a different setup here. Let me know if it's lagging. My son is just now getting ready to get off all his social media and not social media, but his devices and stuff. So the internet might be not as great. But anyway, listen. Shout out to my new and old school subscribers, my TikTok family. I want to get on here really quickly and talk to you guys um, just about how when you're on your journey, there's going to be people out here that are just monitoring everything that you do. And some people need people to need them. So they're trying to create space for themselves in your life. So if they monitor you and look to see what you might or what they perceive, something you might need help with or something that might be bothering you or something you might not notice, then they can create space for themselves, through this monitoring spirit that they have on them to kind of introduce themselves in a way like, hey, you ever thought about this is still a monitoring spirit, man. This is still a monitoring spirit. You guys smash that like button on your way in or midway through or on your way out. I greatly appreciate you. Understand that the like button, all engagement, meaning comments, sharing of the video helps YouTube, to figure out, hey, this channel is worth the what, and people are liking what they see, and it spreads me out to the algorithm so we get more broader span of people to come into the Soul Tribe. Therefore, the channel will grow. So everything helps. Now, listen, I don't really care what anybody else do. And the last thing I do is I look for vulnerabilities in people to try to judge them, to try to, I don't know, man, like create space for myself. And when you create space for yourself that way, you're creating doubt in the other person's mind. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be sound-minded, man. And when you hear people talking like, you can't let people bother you. Let me see if there's anybody in the chat. And if it's lagging or anything, again, we're just testing this out. This is like for this internet, one of the prime times that everybody is using it. Small town, still great internet though, but hence the reason why we're doing more of a nighttime thing, because it's just too much going on during the day with this internet now that everyone's using it in this town and the next town over. So we're going to work on it. But again, just testing this out, and I just want to talk to y'all just about this one specific thing. You're just hearing people out here that are just saying crazy stuff like, oh, like I said, don't worry about if people acknowledge you or acknowledge your work, or it's not about acknowledgement. See, that's where people keep, and it's not that they conflate things or misunderstand. They know what they're doing. They're trying to highlight what they perceive to be a vulnerability of yours, and it's not, right? People think that when you're speaking about something, that means that it's something that's bothering you or it's something that you're directly having a problem with, when it could just be weighing on you to speak about it in general, right? Speaking about something doesn't mean that it's something that's bothering you and you're insecure about it. Speaking about something could be something that you've observed and noticed and demons you see on other people, and you're calling out the demons. You conflate calling out demons with, oh, this person's suffering from this. When I get online and I talk to y'all about people watching my work and content creators, it's not just they're watching it, dude. It's they're taking on my essence. They're dressing like me, talking like me. They're taking words right out of my mouth. They're allowing the spirit to inhabit them, and I don't even think they know it. So if I don't call them out, they might not even know it. If I call them out, they might be like, wait a minute, I am kind of like swagger jacking a little bit too much. I might be, doing a little bit too much. It might be kind of weird, and they might back off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And even if they don't, it can bring awareness to other people that might be going through the same thing. It's a spirit on it. If there wasn't a spirit on it, people wouldn't be talking about it. If it wasn't a spirit on it, then people would have no problem with acknowledging what you bring to the table. That's all that I'm saying, man. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to get out here and just talk to you guys a little bit, just to bring up certain things that I notice, and I have to also make videos where it's not just connected to reaction videos, right? That's, man, there's like a spirit on that too. You know what I mean? You could only do so much of that without it like corrupting you, like listening to the worst women talk. It'll corrupt you. You have to like, do it in phases, detox or whatever. So support my growth. Support the growth. But yeah, man, I can't see who's in here because OBS doesn't work like that. But you guys do me a favor. If the stream, like if anything's lagging, if the audio is bad, primarily let me know. If the video is lagging, let me know. Something that we can work on. I'm shutting down some things in the background, so yeah, it should run a little bit better. I've also been working on the picture quality, made some adjustments today. It takes a lot of time to make adjustments when it comes to that kind of stuff, y'all. You know what I mean? When you're fooling around, with lighting and adjusting the lighting and all that stuff, it matters a whole lot. It really does. It can make all the difference in the world in your videos. And that's why, like, I have no problem with, like, and this is the thing, the people that study me, if they would reach out to me, I would never be like, oh, I help such and such. I don't care about that. I just see the potential in others, and I'm not trying to project on the people because that's kind of what it is. But, like, some people have horrible lighting, horrible audio, still getting a ton of views, but if they were to upgrade that kind of stuff, if they were to upgrade the aesthetics, if they were to get the ambient lighting right, they could really end up boosting their engagement. But they would rather just study me and you can't take on the aesthetics that I have and it directly. Sometimes it'll work, but you have to have somebody guide you in your own direction that's more in line with your personality and the energy that you possess. Like, I can look at someone and tell what colors will work better with them. The same way I can put colors together. I can just see it. So instead of like going through the trouble of studying and acting like you don't see someone, but you're studying them on a regular basis, I'm trying to get people to get out of that spirit so they can, become a greater version of themselves by working with people, doing it the right kind of way so they can be proud of what they do instead of feeling like they're hustling or stealing from somebody. I'm telling you, there's an energy on it, man. There's an energy, and there's the energy to giving credit where credit is due. But I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I ain't gonna try to hold y'all too long on this. If you guys agree, drop a comment. Just doing things the way I used to do it. We used to have conversations on here all the time. The channel was all about the conversations, the deep conversations. But you guys gotta understand, I'm not a quitter. So just, I'm just gonna be real. When it comes to dating and interpersonal relationship type stuff, I'm really good at it. Psychology, I'm really good at it. So reaction videos come very easy to me. The past few months, I went through a divorce. My kid got his leg broke. The doctor called CPS. And then the hurricane hit. Blah, 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 blah. Just like last night, I had the police. I was just going across the street before I went to the gym to get a coffee and put some air in my tire when I noticed it was low. And I'm airing up my tire, and I just see a bunch of vehicles, like, because I'm at the back of my truck, and it's lifted. So all I see is a bunch of vehicles pulling in. I had no idea what was going on. And the next thing I know it, someone's screaming, "Get up and come to the front of the truck now." And I'm like, what? So I get up and walk around the corner, and I got a gun pointed to my head, man. By a young cop that looked like he's trying to impress these other cops. But even in the heat of that moment, man, like I said, like, there's an energy that comes over me whenever I'm in a bad place, and it's the spirit of God. That's all that it is. And God always has me look at the right things. So whatever this guy Power Trip was on, I was giving him whatever he needed to hear, stayed calm, talked to him relaxed, and I observed the men around him. And they had their hands tucked in their vest, right? They didn't have their hands on their weapon or their weapon drawn. They had their hands tucked in their vest, right? So it's just one, cop, overzealous cop, and then a young guy, and then the more senior guys were just kind of like, they were looking. They were super relaxed. So in that situation, even though that guy was not that relaxed, the rest of those 9 dudes completely chill, right? And that's the spirit of God. He'll show you what's going on around you so you can get perspective, stay calm, do what's needed. You know what I'm saying? Stay in a well-lit area, and move forward. And what it taught me was, like, that experience that there is no safety net. There is no safety net. Not a single, and we already know this, but it's, again, not a single day is promised. And that gas station I was at is right across the street from my house. Right across the street. If something can go down like that right across the street from my house, there's no safety net to be living in or nothing like that. Gotta, like, get outside your comfort zones. And part of getting outside your comfort zone, you tie everything together, is you speaking on things that you notice that you know that you don't have tangible proof of, but you want to speak because there's other spiritual people out there that can interpret it, and you don't know who they are. But I watch a lot of different content here lately, and I see my influence across platforms, like different Instagram, TikTok. A lot of women take the words I say and move, because more women are spiritual than dudes are. So I'm just trying to make sure that I move in a way that to where I can bring those women in. I don't want them to feel like I'm unapproachable just because I make dating content where I speak the truth and I'm speaking about leftover females. There's a difference between a female, a woman, and a lady. We've already talked about these things, right? And only a female will tell you there is no difference, right? Just like a male will tell you we're all men. We're not all men. Some are barely male, more animal than anything else. Just like females. They're barely females, barely women. You can't compare them to women that are fully embracing and embodying feminine energy, okay? So we'll get back to our conversations over here. I can see that it's needed. I mean, because people have bits and pieces of how to do it, but you got to, like, really know how to go in depth, man, and talk. I think about a lot of stuff. I'm thinking about stuff all day long, and this is always a great outlet for me to get some of the stuff off my mind. It's so cold outside. I want to walk outside, but it's 21 degrees. I can't do it. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? The black in me won't allow me to enjoy the cold. I just can't do it. I don't like being cold. I like my hands being cold or my feet being cold or my head being cold. I don't like it. Just don't like it, man. Nah, it is what it is. Cold right now, matter of fact. But again, just chopping it up. Trying to bring these live streams back. Hopefully, eventually we'll get some engagement. I know if I went live on one of my other channels, I could have probably had more engagement. But it looks like I'm kind of dropping frames. But I do have it set on 4K. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But just again, remember, when there's someone out there telling you that you shouldn't be worried about other people acknowledging you or validating you, it's not about the acknowledgement or validation. See, that's how I know the demon is on those same people that say that to me. Like, oh, why do you care if someone validates or acknowledges you? And it's like, do you watch any of my content? Do you listen to me when I talk? I don't care about it's about calling out the spirit on the people that want to humble you. It's a narcissistic triangulation tactic to act like you don't see someone while imitating everything that they do, to try to make them think that they don't know what they see right now, right? It's very deep. Even if these guys and these women don't know what they're doing consciously, that demon is subconsciously handling this business for you to feel like, oh, I'm just going to go and study this person and steal what I can. That's weird business. the internet has caused people to invade other people's privacy in a weird way. And I love the fact that they're starting. No, I'm not gonna say I love it, but there will be consequences in real life for internet actions. Like, people on the internet are going to start being held accountable for their internet actions more so in real life, because you're getting on the internet, you're getting wild. You know what I'm saying? It's not real. You know what I'm saying, whatsoever. But you guys are out here doing weird things that people do in real life, like narcissistic things, like trying to conquer people, mentally mess up people online on a broad scale. This is too much. It's too much, man. All this crap's got to go. There's going to be an overhaul. You know, take it how you want to take it. It is what it is. But again, just getting on here, chopping it up. Going to look at the video afterwards, see what it looks like, see if I'm going to keep doing this. Going to go back to pre-recorded videos talking like this, man, trying to motivate you guys. So more content coming. I appreciate y'all. Remember, hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe, join the tribe, drop a comment. It helps the algorithm. And share the live stream, man. Do you agree, disagree? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And I will not verbally destroy you in the comment section for disagreeing. Okay? I'm working on it, man. Nobody's perfect. Come on.